Candlewick on Brilliance Audio presents Gold Rush Girl by Avi, performed by Sarah Naughton. Have you ever been struck by lightning? I have. I write not of the sparkling that bolts from the sky, but of gold, the yellow metal buried in the earth and the shatter-wit world of those who seek it. That world turned me topsy-turvy, so that I did things I never dreamed I would or could do. It began, fittingly, in a leap year, 1848. I was 13 years old. My family, father, Randolph Blaisdell, mother, Abigail Pell Blaisdell, my younger brother, Jacob, and I, Victoria, most often called Tory, was residing in the smallest state in these United States, Rhode Island. We had a home in Providence, the state's major city, with its fine buildings, wealth, tranquility, and a population of 40,000. Our home was 15 Sheldon Street, a modest but agreeable wooden house on the east side of town. It stood upon the hill, as it was smartly called, above commercial Wickenden Street. We had a cook and one servant, both of whom lived in our attic. Our lives were comfortable, with nothing unusual ever happening. Indeed, my early family life was untroubled, as smooth as Chinese silk. I questioned nothing, not about the world or about myself. My entire universe was Sheldon Street, which meant I knew everyone as they knew me. As for my social life, it consisted of calling and receiving among a small group of proper neighborhood girls. As one grows up, it can take a while to understand that sometimes it is not your mother or father who have the greatest influence on your life. Thus it was but gradually that I came to realize that the person who shaped my life more than any other was my mother's older sister, Aunt Lavinia. Since the two sisters were from the distinguished Rhode Island Pell family, Lavinia already considered herself quite the queen. Then, before I was born, she married Quincy Fellows, a wealthy Pawtucket cloth factory owner. That made her, in her mind, an empress. A tall, big woman with hanging coils of braid alongside her puffy face, which peered out from a deep, dark bonnet. She wore long, wide gowns with bulging sleeves, a shape that made me think of her as a walking mountain, and a volcano at that. Indeed, she constantly erupted with lava-like judgments, advice, and instructions as to how my family should live our lives. All of which is to say, while my mother and father raised me, their words were almost always prefaced by, "As your Aunt Lavinia suggests." One of Aunt Lavinia's judgments, which I was shocked to discover, was that my mother had lowered her station in life by marrying my father. Father was a man of middle age and modest height. Quite portly, he had a round, smooth, shaved face and fair hair brushed with care. His soft pink hands, somewhat ink-stained, were what you would expect of someone who wielded pen, not pickaxe. At home or at work, he attired himself in common gentleman's fashion: English frock coat, vest, knotted neckcloth, tan pants, and tall black silk hat. He worked as an accountant for Pratt & Willinghast, a respectable trading business, which had its offices on Peck Street in the middle of Providence. Significantly, it was a position secured for him by Aunt Lavinia's husband, a fact which she did not let father or mother forget. Still, after 10 years of service, father received a silver pocket watch in recognition of his good work. He liked to bring it out at regular intervals so as to suggest that he was a busy man. In fact, I came to understand it was displayed mostly to show Aunt Lavinia that he was worthy. But then, as I came to realize, father's highest ambition was to become acceptable to Aunt Lavinia, and he chose to do so by agreeing to all her advice and judgments.